Hey folks, retired old soldier 1987 here. Last we talked about getting additional jobs and duties while I was at the 256th Combat Support Hospital and my first sergeant. So I arrived at the 256th, I think it was December 2014. Well, here it is. It's coming up. It's 2018, and I'm not thinking about much beyond the next drill date, what we got to do for our next AT and stuff like that. Well, promotion boards happen, promotions come out. I get selected for E-8. Okay, and I say E-8 because for those of you who know, you could be selected as a master sergeant or a first sergeant. So I got selected for E-8, and I was talking about Harry in my last video, Harry McFarland. Harry got selected for E-8 at the same time. Well, Harry was the E7, he was the first sergeant. He got selected for E-8, and he was sent to an instructor battalion as a master sergeant. I got selected for E-8, and I got selected to be the first sergeant at Alpha Company 256 Combat Support Hospital. So I was staying in the same unit, but now I went from being a squad leader, company training NCO, operating room NCOIC. Now I'm the first sergeant. And Alpha Company 256 Combat Support Hospital was a big unit. It really was. A lot of people, a lot of first sergeants, their companies are 100, 150 people. Well, I had Blacklick, which was the east side of Columbus, Ohio, but also we had a detachment on the north side of Cincinnati. So my company, my very first company as a first sergeant, I've got a company of 300 freaking soldiers. And let me tell you, 300 soldiers is a lot. 300 medical soldiers, totally different. Talk about herding cats. It was something else as a first sergeant. Fortunately, I had some really good platoon sergeants and a detachment sergeant down at the detachment in Cincinnati, but it was crazy. It really was herding cats. Medical folks, like I said, medical soldiers are just built different. I'm not saying they're better, they're worse, they're just different. So yeah, I got thrown into 300 soldiers, and I got a story for you about that here in a little bit. I'll talk to you about it in my next video about my first 6 months as a first sergeant. It was eye-opening. Hey folks, if you like the content I'm putting out, if you like what you're seeing, if you like what you're hearing, hit that like button, subscribe to my channel. If you were a first sergeant, tell me about your times as a first sergeant. If you weren't a first sergeant, tell me what you thought of your first sergeants, how they interacted with you. Curious to hear how that went. And until my next video, have a good one.